Hello friends, welcome to the game cult of Dr. Manu Melwin Joy. I am here to take you to a new world, a wonderful world and a new concept. A concept that is taking the world by storm. A concept that is altering the course of history. A concept that is changing our lives forever. You might be wondering what it is. Yes, you guessed it right. It is gamification. A new buzzword for the educationalist, human resource experts, and the business world in general. So, what does gamification offer? See, all of us have experienced the power of games in our lives. No matter who you are, an infant or an adult, a student or a professional, we play games for hours and still come out excited, energized, and invigorated. How can you pump in the same level of energy created by games into our day-to-day life, at home, at work, or in the society? The answer is gamification. Yes, you heard it right, gamification. Believe me, games are so powerful. So, you might be thinking, is gamification an alien concept or a reality? Let me take you through some statistics. As on date, gamification is $1 billion industry, and for your information, it is growing day by day. Take any Fortune 500 company in the world operating in any segment like Siemens, Walmart, Disney, Nike. All of them have at least one gamified application connecting to their employees or to their customers. Who can get the benefit out of gamification? Are you an entrepreneur struggling to engage the customers? Are you an employer trying hard to motivate your workforce? Are you an educator looking out for new ways to excite your learners? Or are you a policymaker trying to narrow down ideas to create citizenship engagement? Then gamification is the magic wand that can create wonders in your life. Gamification can be used to engage anyone. The bottom line is, gamification is synonymous to survival. Whether you are an employer, employee. How to learn gamification? We are regularly organizing a 4-day beginners training program exclusively focusing on gamification for learning and development, targeting teachers, trainers, HR professionals, and anyone with a curious mind. You can join any of those sessions and become an expert in the field of gamification. Just spend 3 hours a day and get a hands-on experience on how to gamify your online sessions. At the end of the training program, the participants will be introduced with 30 new concepts, 15 unique learning techniques, 12 innovative digital tools, 15 hands-on learning experiences, 12 team learning experiences. It's a must-attend program if you are in the field of education or learning and development. Remember, we are not just offering a training program. We are offering the future. Hi friends, welcome to the gamification cult of Dr. Manu Melwin Joy. Today, we are going to discuss about Generation Z. Who are Generation Z? Generation Z consists of the generation of people who are born between 1996 to 2010, succeeding millennials and preceding generation Alpha. So, what are the key characteristics of Generation Z? Generation Z is all about technology. Right from their birth, internet and cell phones are commonplace. They need instant feedback since they know that the information is easily accessible. Next, change is welcomed by Generation Z. With limitless information available at their fingertips, Generation Z has a lot of knowledge and exposure in many different topics. So with this breadth of knowledge, they seek constantly new ideas and new concepts. Therefore, how to engage the Generation Z learners? Embrace personal devices. For them, learning does not just happen in libraries or coffee houses, but in online resources and chat rooms. So, digital tools are a part of the infrastructure of their learning, but it has to be the infrastructure of their classrooms as well. Next, it is about personalizing their learning. By personalizing, it doesn't mean that you have to design a tailored approach for each student. Mostly, it is about assessing the need of the student or the group and taking decisions on the fly. Publish assignments digitally. Generation Z is already awash with the online content. So it is a natural medium for them compared to television or other sources. So make them create their own content so that their peers and others can see whether it is a written essay or a video presentation. Hello friends, today we are going to discuss about Phubbing. What is Phubbing? Phubbing is a term coined as a part of a campaign done by Macquarie Dictionary to describe the act of a person snubbing someone in favor of a mobile phone. In 2012, the advertising agency behind the campaign pulled in a lot of poets, authors, and lexicographers to coin a term to describe the act, and they narrowed down the word Phubbing, which is a portmanteau of phone and snubbing. How Phubbing can affect relationships? Phubbing can make us feel less connected. Phubbing can make the face-to-face transactions feel less meaningful. A study done in 2012 has found that the mere presence of a mobile phone, even if nobody is looking at it, can make the interactions less meaningful. Phubbing can affect our mental health. A recent study on the subject has shown that Phubbing is threatening many of our fundamental needs: belongingness, self-esteem, meaningful existence, and control, with the phubbed person feeling excluded and ostracized. How to stop phubbing? Make your meals a no-phone zone. When it is time to eat, no matter where you are, keep your phone away. If the distant buzz of notification is a source of distraction, keep your phone in do not disturb mode when you are eating. Next, leave your phone behind. You may feel like you have lost a limb, but don't be afraid to leave your phone, whether it is in the car or the desk drawer or the bag. Leave it there. All the alerts and updates will wait for you. Finally, challenge yourself. Try to make ignoring your phone a challenge. Keep track of the meals and the trips that you leave the phone behind. And when you accomplish that particular challenge, treat yourself. That is how you can overcome Phubbing. Today we are going to discuss about black swans. What is a black swan? Black swan is a metaphor to describe an event that happens as a surprise, that has a major impact, and is often inappropriately rationalized based on the benefit of hindsight. This term came from the ancient belief that black swans doesn't exist. A belief that was rewritten when the Europeans identified the first black swans. The term was first introduced by Nassim Nicholas Taleb, a finance professor, author, and a former Wall Street trader. He introduced this concept in his 2007 book prior to 2008 financial crisis. According to Mr. Nassim Nicholas Taleb, a black swan event is almost impossible to predict because of its extreme rarity, but has catastrophic effect. Therefore, always people should assume that a black swan event is a possibility, whatever it might be, and plan accordingly. What are the examples of the past black swan events? The recent COVID pandemic is an example of a black swan. The financial crash of the US housing market as a part of the 2008 crisis is another black swan. The effect of that was global and catastrophic, but very few outliers predicted that. The dot-com bubble effect in 2001 was another black swan which has similarities to the 2008 financial crisis. How to cope up with black swans? The practical aim of Taleb's book is not to predict the unpredictable, but to create robustness against the negative impacts, but at the same time exploiting the positive after effects. Nassim says that the black swan depends upon the observer. For example, what happens as a black swan for a turkey is not at all a surprise for a butcher. So the objective is always not to be the turkey, and by identifying the vulnerabilities, how we can transform the black swans white. Today we are going to discuss about Education 4.0. What is Education 4.0? It is a desired learning approach that is in alignment with the emerging fourth industrial revolution. This revolution focuses on smart technology, artificial intelligence, robotics, Internet of Things, and much more, which has become a part of our day-to-day life. Therefore, if our educational system wants to create successful graduates, we have to equip them to work in industries where these cyber-physical systems are the new reality. What are the characteristics of Education 4.0? Learning can happen anywhere, anytime with the help of educational apps and pedagogies by providing an unprecedented opportunity for remote self-paced learning. Flipped classrooms will become increasingly popular with interactive lessons in the classroom and theories are learned at home. Students decide how they have to learn choosing from the digital tools and pedagogies such as blended learning, flipped classrooms, and BYOD. That means bring your own device. Project-based learning will become increasingly popular, with students has to apply their knowledge and skills in completing short-term projects. Next, students will be assessed differently, with the conventional platforms to assess the learning outcomes becoming obsolete or irrelevant. Factual knowledge will be assessed inside the classroom, while the knowledge application will be tested with the help of performance in field tests or assignments. Students will become more independent, with self-study becoming more popular and teachers transforming to facilitators. How you can equip yourself for Education 4.0? Education 4.0 empowers teachers and educators by providing them with digital tools to make their jobs easier. For example, an educational tool like Fabing will help the teachers communicate better with their students. So, in a nutshell, Education 4.0 helps the teachers to be better at their job and at the same time improves the student learning outcomes. So, that is about Education 4.0. Curious to know more and learn the gamification concepts? Watch this space regularly. I will be posting them here. Subscribe this channel by clicking the bell icon so that you will be notified as and when the new videos are posted. I will be back with a new concept. Till then, take care. Bye.